Makes a move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. There he goes.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And that should be enough to give Florida Atlantic the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Quarterback may change this route. Back to throw, it's Lockett. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Right on target this time. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They feed him again. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. 3rd and 6 yards to go. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So they move the ball 43 yards on that drive, and they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Louisiana Monroe offense heads out onto the field to open this drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's 2nd and long. Here comes the option. And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He wants to go deep. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. It was just too easy, and he didn't look it in. The Warhawks will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Might be changing the route. Back to pass, it's Lockett. Firing to the right, complete. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
On target to the left. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball.
What a beautiful throw and catch. And I'll tell you, sometimes when you're throwing the go route, you can overanalyze things and think, what coverage do we want it against? What matchup? Looking for it. But if I've got a guy outside that I know could go make a play, I don't care. I'm throwing it up, and I'm letting him go make a play.
All right, guys, so Florida Atlantic has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. The run inside. It's Bernard. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Florida Atlantic comes to the line on 1st and goal. He'll throw it. He's got it on the run. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
To the air on 2nd down. The throw. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in. After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. And as their senior defensive end, and they can ill afford to lose him for a long period of time, Holly Rowe will check in on his condition. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. I know the intensity can be overwhelming, but you have to hold your water. This makes it much tougher on 3rd and goal. Trying to find the end zone. Off the play fake on 1st down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the 1st half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the 1st half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. And the Warhawks will send out the punt unit. Hauls it in and looking upfield. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Looking downfield, it's Lockett. Gonna take a shot. Picked off to stop the threat. He's knocked down. What a play to come up with the interception.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
They'll start this drive going to the air. And down he goes back at the 3.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the 1st half.
Finds a little bit of room as he'll get 2 out to the 6. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. The give to the back. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the 1st down. The Warhawks will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bernard.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Owls headed quickly to the line.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
Skips away from pressure. Trying to... There's a crease. They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21. And the Owls can really attack on this 2nd and short. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Now on 2nd down. And it looks as if Florida Atlantic will have enough for the first down. Now lining up to snap it in the red zone. Off-play action on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He wants to change this route. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Quarterback moving. It's complete to the right. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Well, all signs looking real positive for this offense here. This drive looks a little bit different, though, than the last one, right? The last one was just a couple of...
Backs going for the goal line. And...
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do.
He unleashes a long one. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. He'll try to get to the marker himself. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Makes the grab at the 10. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He just about took that one all the way to the house. They finally get him down after a tremendous return. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Scanning the field, it's Lockett. Snagged out of the air.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Wide receiver comes in motion. At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use a timeout instead. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. 2nd down coming up. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Gonna let it fly. Grabs it inside the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Wide receiver going in motion. Fires to the tight end. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Before they snap the ball on 2nd down, timeout is called. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. They'll start on the ground with Auguste. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Stepping to the right. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up 1 on the play. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. He'll be stopped a couple of yards short. Needed to get it to the 35, but they'll spot it at the 33, and it'll bring up 4th down. Punt is on its way. Wants to return it. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football. It breaks into the open. Makes it past the marker. He's inside the 40. The 20. Inside the... all the way. Touchdown. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
Stacks a quick pass on the left. Could not make his way to the corner.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Bring in the heat. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. On the run, still looking. Tried to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. And the Warhawks send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10, as we are getting this season underway in the opening week. Looking to throw, it's Lockett. Bought a little time, lets it go. Working that left side now. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. The Owls come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Running inside, it's Bernard. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. He's piled up 97 yards rushing now here in week 1. A solid start to this new campaign. Back to pass on 2nd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Martin. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 1st down. This Florida Atlantic offense is moving quickly. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Gets it out quickly. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it up to 12. Florida Atlantic gets to the line quickly. looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Into the third quarter of this opening week of the season, it's now 2nd and 10. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And the Owls pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking for a man. It's Lockett. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Unleashes to the end zone. Fires into traffic. It's picked off.
Quarterback never saw his guy early enough. He was open right away, but was just late getting him the ball. Receivers jumping up and down saying, yo, I'm here, throw it to me. But by that time, the defense had already figured out where he was. And because of the late throw, they're able to come up with the interception.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. They'll run out of the gun with Isaiah Auguste. And he's dragged down. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Steamrolls his way ahead. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Warhawks will have it 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Looking to throw on first down. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. They've gotten off to a great start with a season-opening victory. Let's take a look at what's on the schedule for next week. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. From the shotgun, the inside give. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. The Owls come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like, they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you could just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
Florida Atlantic races to the line. Back to throw, it's Lockett. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds. Now down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. They'll run him from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. He's got it and still on his feet. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Bought a little time, lets it go. Touchdown, Florida!
Well, these players came together. I've been so impressed, not just by the talent, but also by their composure. Handling this kind of environment in the first game of the season, this says a lot about the league.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. The run inside. It's Miller.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got a man. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Grabbed behind the line, it's Evans. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And the Warhawks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He's got it on the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Wants to throw. It's Logan. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. They boot it away on fourth down. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly roll.
Hey guys, checking in from the Florida Atlantic sideline. This has been such a positive experience. They brought this transfer wide receiver in for...
Going downfield for the big play. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. Backed up now, here's second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's got an open man. Oh, look out on the right. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Miller with the ball. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They give it to him again. And he never had a chance.